Good evening, viewers. Thank you for joining us on Global Entertainment TV show, and welcome to your opinion, where we tackle the hottest topic alongside with you and the viewers. So be sure to send in your opinions while the show goes on. Send us a message on WhatsApp or interact on our comment sections as well. We would love to hear from you. So our today's topic is demolition crisis. The demolition crisis in Abuja, Nigeria has intensified in recent months, with thousands of residents being displaced from their homes and businesses. The Federal Capital Territory Administration has been carrying out demolitions to enforce city planning regulations, but this action has led to widespread criticism and protest. Many residents have lost their livelihoods and are struggling to find alternative housing. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Wike, has said his administration will not be deterred by blackmail from civil society organizations and activists, calling for a cessation of demolition exercise in the city. The minister made the statement following a visit to the demolished Ruga settlement alongside heads of security agencies in the FCT, following a Security Council meeting on Sunday evening. Bella, what is your opinion on this?
My opinion of this is that I was expecting the government to at least make an arrangement for all those things before they wanted to just jump into the demolition, because a lot of people now are actually on the road sleeping outside the cold, and then the mosquito, even those with children are laying down on the road with the cold, and this weather is not even friendly with anybody. Imagine leaving your house and as well the little shop that you have just to survive on in this hard economic is really heartbroken, and it's not what we expected. It's not that we didn't say that there should not be an Uber or a development in the FCT, but at least the government should at least have an empathy towards the citizen. They should at least have a consideration. They should at least support them, provide something for them, the location and all that before they think of just demolishing everything. These people are trying to survive on their own, and the country is not smiling on anybody.
So,
So you can't just take whatever they are surviving on out of their hand.
yeah.
Provision should have been made for this before anything. At least warn them in 2 years' time, this thing is going to happen. So everybody could know that okay, in 2 years' time, I'm living here.
You should give them a notice
A
now.
notice, give them compensation and all that. Then they have to start looking for where to stay. Or that can be done. It's not just in a rush and then
All of a sudden,
money
just
is
start
not
demolishing
that
everything.
available on the ground.
Yeah.
The little you have now, you just wanted to
These
feed
people
on it.
say doesn't they don't have money.
They don't have. That
They
is the
don't.
problem. There is no money. It's not that they don't. There is no money.
Imagine in the video
Money is
now where VDM shows, see the way they slept outside.
outside. Imagine.
Inside the cold, both adults and children. Stephen,
Well,
what is your opinion?
like you said earlier, the government should have made provision for them because it's very wrong for the government to just come out without giving them a
A
proper
notice.
notice. Because as a landlord in this country or in the states, even though you want to acquaint you want to chase away your tenant, at least give them
A quick
six
notice.
3 months, 6 months, and
quick notice. But now this is a government demolition. You should have given them at least 2 years or a year notice for them to know that okay, oh, this is coming to you people. Those that have properties they will know how to tackle it with the government. Before that period, government should have known, okay, oh, these people, these are the real owners of this house. You have taken a picture of your house, you've taken a picture of your street, government will know, okay, oh, this person deserves this um
The
compensation.
compensation and all that.
Because now that you demolish the house now, if they come to you and tell them, I was part of people that demolished the house, what's the evidence that government wants to get from you? And your own evidence also. These are things that government should have looked about
So,
first before just going straight to demolish people's properties like that.
someone was like, even if you're going to protest to the minister of FCT, he's not going to answer you because his heart is hardened towards this
see the
whole
way
thing.
even talk to them rudely.
And then he feels like okay, since if, even the next tenor that is going to come, he don't need their vote because he already know that he can get there with a free hand. So
So
even whatever he wants to do, he can do it the way he likes. I expected him to be at least have a little empathy towards these people. Those are the people that voted you there. Those are the people that actually paid your salary. They pay their tax, and then you taking what they are living on and what they used to pay their taxes
Mm-hmm.
as if that you don't care. You don't even put them in heart. You don't even wanted to. You don't even wanted to be there in the next tenure.
Okay, if I may ask, how do you feel about the recent developments regarding the demolition crisis in Abuja?
Well, to me, I would say it's a development because one, it's really affecting people. See, we are to the government, they may see it as development to them, but
Mm-hmm.
when you are trying to develop a particular place and it's affecting a lot of people, are we saying it's a plus to us or a minus to us? Because one, you
It's
are
definitely
affecting
a minus.
you are affecting so many lives and properties. Yeah, just imagine someone that has a house and a shop in
Mm-hmm.
that vicinity. Now you've demolished his house and also his shop. What do you expect the person to do? What's the next mode of livelihood? Eh, People will start sleeping on the road. I saw VDM came out. I think he came out to support those
Yesterday or
people.
night.
He bought I said, almost 1,000 nets to share to people. I saw children sleeping on the road
Mm-hmm.
beside the gutter. This is it's not ethical at all. One because one if you just imagine say you just start and that person say you just start for in that open space, where do you expect them to sleep? Where do you expect them to go? Yeah. Well, to me, the government may be a good development to them. Well, we are trying to develop our society, but not in the expense of making humans
A whole lot of
go through pains and hardship for you to achieve all these
No
things.
compensation, nothing, nothing. He's still talking
the,
to them rudely,
he's
like
still talking to
telling
them.
them there's nothing they can
He
do.
went there to make an inspection of that place, and then it was like he's
No
okay.
human feelings at all.
He's just satisfied with what is going on there. The people that are there does not even matter to him. His only satisfaction is that fine, the demolition is going on, and then
Like, and like what is really nice that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is actually watching it, seeing everything, not saying anything about it. Later on, he
yeah,
will tell you that he's fighting for Nigeria and he's doing everything. Is this how to fight for the citizen?
it's not as if that what he's trying to do is not part of the government, what we want the government to do. It's not as if what he's doing is not what we want the government to do. But at the same time, we are expecting those people that are our leaders should take us first.
And
Because in
now,
everything that they are going to do is if someone is going to start campaigning now and then they needed votes, it is us that they are going to come to. If they are not taking us into heart of whatever they are not considering our own pain or something like that, then how are we going to be sure that those people will be good for us in the next time? In the
so
long run, if any of them or their relative will come out tomorrow and say that they need it, well, those people is going to be like, it's not your father that came to be a minister in this social place that demolished my house that time. It seems like you take the footstep of that person. My children will not vote for you. So you can imagine that. They never thought of that, but they just feels like, let me do what is possible now.
if not because these people do not have any power, do not have
It's,
any influence, because they ought to sue this man.
it's a,
Yes, they ought to sue him.
instead of trying to start the urban and all that construction and all that, we are talking about the living, the expenses of everything. Those things are not coming down, and then you wanted to start it. Not that it's not good, but at least do one thing at a time. The thing that needs to be done now, do it now, and then try to move on to that. If everybody is settled now, and then there is money, work is going on permanently, I think that most people won't be so much affected of what is going on because
Mm-hmm.
they feel like there's other alternatives, they have other opportunities to go on. But now there is no work, there's no money, everywhere is there,
No
everything
job,
is
nothing,
expensive,
nothing.
and then how would you expect them to save money in the next 1 year or 2 years and then start another life?
Like even though the house they are even demolishing now, if they pay them for it, it's another thing
It
entirely.
could
It
have
should
been
have even be different, been a different
to
case.
rent house now is expensive. One, to feed with family is
Or
can
probably
be
they
is
will just go
expensive.
and look for one area like that, a good area to rent out, to build house for them, even though it is small, not up to what they have. At least it will be better than them sleeping outside. Imagine those children sleeping outside.
That is that is just the annoying part of it that
And the funniest part, they have children at home.
everybody is actually expecting the government to at least have a little consideration for the people. These are the people that actually supported you in every area. They are just treating them any way they like,
That's just it. Before they enter like this, you'll be doing all these
promising and all that.
exactly.
They
After
have to
like
promise.
when they
They
are there,
promise.
you
They'll
see them, they
promise
will
a lot.
change.
Well, the moment they
Eh,
get there, they'll change.
it's government campaign. That's just the mode of campaign in this country. And it's not that the worst part is that we are always blind to this every year. It keeps happening every
The
time.
moment they are going
We
to
get
bring out a token for us, we are already voting because we think that that moment I have to send my vote. We are not voting because we feels like we needed this person there. We are voting because the moment they are going to give us a token, we are supporting that party.
and
It's either he has a vision for us or
Nigerians
not.
will always repeat that mistake. They always repeat that mistake.
It's either those people have vision for
You
us
will
or
see
not.
these things already, but at
They
the
will
end of the
surely
day,
go
when
to
they come back again for that election, we will still go for them again. And I
and
don't know
because
if
of 2,000, 5,000, one bag of rice. Now where they hear much.
Then it was 2,000. Now the hunger in Nigeria, if someone is even going to bring 500 naira and ask you to
To
vote,
top it.
you will,
Sure.
because you just wanted to survive and find something to survive on.
Who help us in this Nigeria? Okay, so let me ask this question. What do you think is the biggest challenges those people are facing about the demolition crisis?
you know they are facing a lot of challenges to my own point of view because one, shelter is going to give them a very big issue. Feeding because someone that does not have shelter, where you want see money, where you want is chop. Because if you look say okay you never sleep well because the major priority for those people now is that they have to put something in their tummy first because shelter now is not a no go for them
Exactly.
again.
They are not even thinking about the shelter again
Most of
at
them
all.
just need to eat first because one, just imagine person wey say like I said earlier, your house and your shop together in that same area and everything just went like that. Where does the person want to start from? Where you wan start from like dey say
Nigeria,
you wan start life from? And this government are saying all these things, this work of officials know all these things. None of these officials, just imagine say person wey go carry tractor say e wan demolish that place now. If your house is part of those people, will you want to do it?
exactly.
People will always do this thing because they feel they are not affected with it. They gave you order go and scatter people's property, scatter people's houses, and the order wey they give you that's wey you go do. You know, to me the biggest challenge that I think the people will be facing now is the shelter, and now they need and
Shelter care.
yeah, that's one of
Or
the
food.
no to
It's
me
shelter.
shelter is the biggest
They're
challenge
already
there.
facing the shelter. There's no there's no
The biggest
shelter
challenge
Right now,
because
they lose up already.
there's no roof
Don't
over
you
their
see them
head.
in the video?
I saw them.
Don't you see they lost the hope
anybody
already.
you call now tell you guy how far oya come dey stay with me for like 3 months even though you bring the person to your place for 3 months and that person couldn't get another place for 3 months the person wey wan help you sef go reach a stage he sef go dey feel say him don dey do him don try now
Don't do it. Okay.
he don try because for someone to just pick up someone make I help you e no easy
How
to help
many you don't
person
even
again
want to help?
e no easy to help person again VDM has tried his own best. I saw what he's doing already, bringing in food, bringing in mosquito nets. At least you have to look at their health also. Mosquito, what is the malaria dey outside? If they are outside too much, they are prone to so many sickness.
Lot.
No be say we dey find shelter now, come dey find person wey we wan treat again. Money no dey now, and the same money go use buy drugs, buy everything. You know, it's really alarming to this. It's really alarming, I tell you.
Nigeria, my country. What do you have to say on it?
What do I even have to say on it?
Nigeria, my
Is
country.
how we are looking at it now. The problem is that even the VDM that is already making the video is trying his best to make
To be
sure that those
sincere.
people are being settled. But the most concerning thing about it that even those ministers, government of all the thing, they were just going to look at it and take their eyes off it. It's just going to be like it's your own problem. We are doing what we
Just
have
give
to
it
do.
like 2 weeks now, everything will die down. Another issue will come, you cover am
if we
again.
didn't do
Like
it now, now go still call us so we know they do anything for Nigeria. So we don't they do something and still they complain. Wetin we won't do again. So that's just
God. Okay, if I may ask, what do you believe is the most effective solution to this?
You know, the most effective solution is one, the government should provide them shelter. Because anything those people are going through in their mind now is where to stay. The accommodation is the biggest challenge and the biggest thing they're going through their head. government should just look for something to do. If na refugee camp, if na apartment, there are so many low cost housing around that government can just at least acquire, probably a building for them. Make una just dey here for the meantime. Because some no be everybody get money to say you wan go find another place wey you wan go stay. Some people dey wey be say they demolish their property their house they still even get savings say okay make dem go one small place go dey manage. But some people are there, they are going through a lot. You cannot just demolish their house and make dem. Some people dey wey be say they no even get savings, say they wan just carry go another place go dey live. So all these things, I believe the most effective solution na make government just look for something for them. If na housing make dem just put them for them. At least make dem just manage am for, even though it's 6 months or 1 year, make dem even carry gather themselves back. It's not easy, I tell you. It's not easy.
So,
I believe that the government can actually balance the two. The Uber development and also the people that they have already demolished. It's not as if that we are condemning them not to develop, not to make the Uber development and order, but they at least those people they should be a provide of housing for them and also support them with feeding and accommodation that can actually take them a long way before they cannot find their feet towards all these things because they can't just go anywhere now and say that they wanted to open another shop and start selling. In Nigeria, at least we can access that we have up to 15 or 20% of people that are actually homeless. Some are sleeping in their shop since there is not going to be demolition, and then they are still coping in life. But you can't take the two away from them and then expect them to survive. The government should at least provide a way, a
But
solution to all this.
I don't why government no fit go those bushy areas wey be say bush plenty make dem go develop am. I don't know why na where person property don sit,
like they go
where
just lay
building
for
don
their
sit,
head, be like, let me
na una go
just,
just mark say una wan use do something. There are so many bushy places inside. Forest dey
Those
now.
bushes are actually where all those terrorists are harboring
so they no
inside, and
wan go risk their
like
life.
it's not as if those places, if at all, is being cleared and then
They should
the
go and do it. They
development,
have the
the
money.
development is taken from there. At least it's going to reduce a whole lot of all
They
those
even have the
attack.
money to do it. There's machineries, there's everything. Money is there to do it.
They just carry person house, level up
Person wey
the
don
ground.
build house, wey don suffer build house
It's
finish.
not going to be like, even if you are going to say, they're going to tell you that it's government property. So you are aware before
Make
actually
we too
not aware.
sef dey like we should be careful when we want to get land or build house. Be like, okay, be careful of the land you are building. Hope it's not, but we don't trust all these land sellers too. They will tell you it's not government property. Whereas after paying, be like, nkan ìjọba ni o, na don like, but
it's
okay,
it's it's just as if that we are trying our best um to make end meet, or some people are already trying to defend the government. The more you are trying to defend the government, the more they are trying to push you against the wall, and then it just feels like, well, this thing is not favorable because if some of them have the opportunity to leave this country now, I bet you that they won't come back because the experience enough is very, very heartless to them. They'll just be like, well, I don't even believe in this nation anymore. I don't believe in it anymore.
okay, you said something that government can actually balance
They can
the
actually
two
balance it.
together.
They
Okay,
can.
speaking of that, let me ask, what alternative can replace demolition in addressing urban planning challenges?
This thing, that is the first thing that I actually told you, that this they could have given a notice prior to it, like, okay, this so place in 2 years time, this place is going to be demolished. So those people will already be aware of it, that this thing is going to happen and this thing is going to come into life. They have to make sure that everything is being settled. Both those people, everybody, everyone, each and one of them there, this is the landmark of it. This from here to that end. So the people here, you have to make sure that you find another location. So government has to have a talk on one-on-one with his people, the citizen, that the people that are living in this area. This is what we are going to be doing in 2 years. So make sure that everything that you needed to do from now to that time, it should be done. And then the compensation should come in as well. So those that didn't have the time to live before then, they could already provided a housing for them. So this is where you can just move on to. Then we can do this job, but not just coming on. Then put people outside there, demolish everything, and then you just. It's not done like that. Those are
Um,
leaders that we are looking up to. So they have to have a direction for everything. We are not expecting them to be perfect because humans are not perfect, but they have to have a direction and a plan out for everything. You can't just start building a house without having a no, you have to have a plan for it. You have to have an architecture that is going to start it. That is the same way that we expected them to have done it in the earlier on. Not now.
Most of these government workers, they are some of them are always heartless because they will know the right thing to do, but they will just feel to their own selfish interest. Now this place now im be the best place for this thing. Maybe they don't get what kind of infrastructure now wey they wan put for that place, wey they feel say this thing will bring us money and this is the best place to put it.
I think
Just
this
have
thing,
to impose that law on people.
Bim.
I don't know why people just imagine say this kind just have a sketch of people's properties. If you're having more than 50 houses, more than 10 shops, if the next thing that went to your mind is to destroy 30
Everybody, like,
houses, 50 shops,
the
just because you
the
want
matter of destroying those
to insure one
spaces
property.
is not, it's not even
That same property,
actually
you no go come maintain am. You no fit maintain am for 20 years.
that the demolition of that thing is not even supposed to be the main deal here. The main deal of this thing is that those people could have been informed earlier on. Give them at least 2 years. Where is he running to? He has 4 years, 8 years to still be in the government and then doing what he has to do. Every other thing needs to be settled.
They won't run collect the money
Because
for the
this one
contracts.
now is
Make they divert their own, go their accounts.
it's
Make
just
they
going to add more to the economic hardship that is in Nigeria.
and most of all this project now, when they start the construction now, you see that they will collect this money for this job, eh? And this project will be abandoned. Sometimes you can see that if they build one infrastructure for 2 years, if they don't collect the money for the duration for the job should be around 12 months. They will have collected this money for this job. The work will be delayed, keep being delayed, keep being delayed. You sef go dey look say no be this place dey talk say they wan demolish build something in 12 months. You see say the property sef fit dey there for more than a year plus. They no go do anything and government go dey collect this money for this construction, dey collect the money because most of all these people, like you said now, they have 4 years to go. You can still give them 2 years notice that
notice.
okay, you want to demolish this thing, but they feel that okay, this money they need to collect it out from the government. Let them have their own share in it. It's their own. Drop the contract. Make it no be like say this contract come me I no chop my own. This is the reason why this government officials they like doing things immediately the way they see it. They won't care about people. They won't care about people's problem. What people are going through is their own selfish interest that they're always after.
I was just expecting them. I was just expecting at least those governments should have at least have a human sympathy towards us now. Now we vote them put for there. Don't be saying that them vote. So they can't just be suffering us every time.
You know how much BK go even get for inside this thing?
Forgetting about how much
This
it's
budget.
going to get. So I
All
know
of
the
them
man. I know
just
the man is always wanted to be strict in everything that he wanted to do, and at least he don't even wanted to care how the people is going to feel. Doing it is not as if that is something that. But those people are already having a hard time in coming up with ideas because right now they don't even know how to do it. They don't even know where to go. They don't even know how to imagine the life that has just the suddenness of everything that has just come to light. It should at least now, may they calm down.
Okay, in conclusion, guys, the Nigerian government has proven time and again that they do not care for its masses. This policy may be for the good of all, but at what cost? The cost of the people and their livelihood. Send us your opinion on the comments, and thank you for joining us on today's episode of Your Opinion. I have been your host, Bisola. Until next time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more news and updates on Global Entertainment News. Have a blessed day.